Wednesday features more work on the 2000 540. We had the upper timing covers off yesterday. The lower one came off today, revealing a center U-guide with no plastic on it. None. Totally gone. And that would explain where the metallic flakes in the oil are coming from. We also see a very weird looking power steering pump that is Luck or Luke branded. Maybe just the 2000 ones look different, or that pulley's just weird. It's caked. We scraped it with a screwdriver and a plastic pry tool to get a whole bunch of stuff off of it. But this whole car is just, valley pan is leaking, the upper timing covers were leaking, valve cover gaskets were leaking, the power steering lines are leaking, the oil filter housing is leaking. This thing, if it can leak, it is leaking. Uncleaned remains the lower timing cover, which looks like that. The upper covers, which I showed you yesterday, that's as much as I can get off on the inside. And the outside's cleaned up reasonably well with some high octane degreaser and a brush and about 3 bottles of brake clean. The Jesus bolt is out. That's the extremely high torque bolt that threads in the crankshaft in the front. That has to come off to get the hub off, to get the lower timing cover off. But before we messed with timing, and we really haven't at all, I took the reluctor rings off the intake cams. But before we did that, the crank TDC pin is in the flywheel. We put the cam locks on both intake and exhaust cams, and they are fully tightened down and totally flush against the cylinder head. Then we took out the Vano solenoids and screwed the German Auto Solutions timing tool in there, and then put the little thing in, and it doesn't line up, indicating one of two things. Number one is this engine was out of time when it came here, which is not likely. There's no codes for that, and that wasn't the customer complaint. Or thing two, the tool's wrong, and that would explain why I had a timing code in the 540, in my 540. So I think we're gonna have to get a different timing tool for this engine, and I'm super disappointed about that. Not only did I spend a lot of money and wait for that German Auto Solutions kit, but it's such a pleasure to use, and it appeared to be so well made. It's disappointing to find out that it may actually not be. Got a couple more parts for him today. I think there's even more coming in tomorrow. All these boxes here above the headlights. So assembly will begin in a couple of days probably. I still need the secondary cam to cam timing chain tensioners. Those are on their way from ECS. Everyone else is seemingly sold out of the Phoebe or INA brand parts, and the genuines are just way overpriced. I see we got another tool to put away, but there's the U-guide, what's left of it. Mike. Go around. Oh, is this the vlog? Yes, sir. It was a crazy night at Fuego. We had a group of 11 people at our table. My dad's friend, Brad, is in town. We had Donnie, we had Chris Blue Balls, we had new people I hadn't even met, me, Larissa, and Mike. Full time, 2 hours over there. We had a great dinner. Good to see Mike and the band back. They had taken a couple weeks off for the holidays as well. But back to the house, watched a little bit of YouTube, some Ferrari videos, and now we're going to bed. We took in a new car today, a 98 540. Beautiful, beautiful car. I'll show you tomorrow. It's got some rough running and idling and bogging down issues on cold start that seemingly disappear beautifully after the engine's warm. So I'm thinking a MAF or something electronic like that. We'll dig into it tomorrow. I'll let you know what we find. 12:30, going to bed. Talk Thursday. Good night.